Hey, all you cool cats and kittens.
Carol Baskin.
Carol Baskins. We're getting really delusional up in here in this quarantine life. But we are at it again today, and this is the Spencer Boys Podcast. We are coming at you today with two new categories that we're going to rank today. The first category that we're going to rank is going to be our musical artist guilty pleasures. So with that being said, we're pretty much going to list 5 musical artists that we wouldn't really go around telling people that we liked. We're not really ashamed that we like them. It's just something that some of you guys might not think we like to listen to. The second thing we're going to rank today is our top 5 favorite candy bars of all time. We have to do a podcast with food on it because, you know, we're the Spencer Boys. We like to eat a lot. So we're going to start out with our top 5 musical artists that a lot of people wouldn't really know that we liked. All right.
I'll take off first on this one.
Justin's going to go first on this one. Go ahead.
I'm going to go out here at number 5. People can joke all they want to about it, but Nickelback has got some good music.
I got my list, dude.
You cannot sit here and tell me that if Nickelback song comes on the radio, you don't listen to it in the car. You listen to it in the car, and then you get out saying, how stupid is Nickelback? Because that's the cool thing to do. I'm saying it.
That's why people hate on them, is because everybody else hates on them.
I'm saying it right now. Nickelback is all right.
I agree.
Number 4, you got to go with Boy George and the Culture Club.
I couldn't name one song that's a Boy George.
Yes, you could. And
well, I'm talking about you might be sing me an example. Give me an example.
Billy Madison made Boy George and the Culture Club relevant.
Well, I do like Billy Madison. Yeah. I'll tumble for you. Okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, Boy George and the Culture Club. My number 3, and I don't think I'm the only one here. Number 3, guilty pleasure. I love me some Adele.
I like Adele.
I'll drive down the road, listen to some Adele. I love that big girl. Do what now?
I said, do you like singing?
Oh, I'll sing. I'll belt it to the top of my lungs.
Don't do it right now.
No, this is a plug that I know of. If you like Adele, and you know who David Nail is, he has a fantastic cover of "Someone Like You," and it is by far one of my favorite songs ever. So check it out on Spotify. David Nail, "Someone Like You." It's awesome.
I like David Nail. Love some David Nail.
All right. Number 2.
Number 2, Justin.
Number 2. Let me tell you right now, people my age, I mean, when you roll down the road, especially if you got your wife in the car, she likes the same thing. Crazy about them. Backstreet Boys got some good songs.
They do. I love the Backstreet Boys.
Tell me
right now, right, you gotta. I've got my list on my phone, but I remember. I remember what I have on my list, and it's gonna be. I'm gonna go last, and I will see how many we got in common.
But you can sit here and if you don't know the words to "I Want It That Way," if you say you don't, you're a liar.
You're a liar.
You're a liar.
You are my fire.
That's enough.
The one.
That's terrible.
Desire.
Believe.
When I say
I want it that way. You know it. You know it. Everybody out there that's going to watch this video, you know it. Say what you want to about me. I don't care.
You could be the manliest man in the world, but I guarantee you know the words to that song.
You could be mowing your grass out there listening to your radio on Pandora, drinking a beer, and if that song comes on, you ain't skipping it.
Listen, you either like the Backstreet Boys or you're wrong. There's no in between.
I'm just not afraid to say that. Kind of like them.
All right, give me your number one. Then I got a very, very crucial question that a lot of people are going to argue about. So go ahead and give me your number one. I'm going to ask you all a question.
Number one, that's a tough one because I've got a pretty solid list. So number one, a lot of people don't like them, and they're kind of older now. But for country music, I love Rascal Flatts. One of my favorites.
Yeah.
You can't get mad at Rascal Flatts. All right, so go ahead.
But people are like, oh, they're washed up, they're old. That guy sounds like he's got a frog in his throat. Dude, I love Rascal Flatts. They got some good songs, and they're not like anybody else. So that's why I like them. They're different. Got some good tunes.
All right, so here's my question. You mentioned the Backstreet Boys, and we're going to do this at the beginning of the show because maybe people will hear it and then we can debate about it. But you have the Backstreet Boys, and you guys know who the other band is when we were growing up. Who's better, Backstreet Boys or NSYNC?
It's Backstreet Boys.
What about you, Josh?
Backstreet Boys.
I hated NSYNC. I was not a fan. And my wife loves them.
Oh, my wife's got the CD in the car.
I'm Backstreet Boys dude all the way.
I'll listen to some Backstreet Boys, but I will not listen to NSYNC.
I'm just not a fan. Down below, hey, comment down below whether or not you're an NSYNC fan or a Backstreet Boys fan. We'll make a poll later. All right, I'm going to go next. My number 5, and you're going to see how mine and Justin's kind of overlap a little bit here. My number 5 was Nickelback. I love Nickelback, man. They got some good stuff. I remember when I got my first portable CD player, and it had like the sweet headphones that wrapped around your ears around the back.
Silver Side Up album.
And I had the Silver Side Up album of Nickelback.
Hey, one of the best songs ever was from Chad Kroeger and Josie Scott.
Yes.
Hero.
Yes.
That's a good song. That's a damn good song.
It's awesome. My number 4 was a lot of people hate on them, but I have a connection with them. Is because I watched them when I was in high school. When they opened up for Corey Smith, me and my friend Keith Caudill went to Buster's Billiards and Back Room in Lexington our senior year, and we saw Florida Georgia Line in concert. We left, and y'all, I love Corey Smith too. Corey Smith is awesome. If y'all don't know him, check him out. But when you leave a Corey Smith concert, talking about the band that played before him, about how awesome they were, dude, they were unbelievable. And I will say this: they're nothing like they sound now. They were like hardcore,
awesome
Southern rock and roll. They didn't have a lot of the boy bandish type act.
They done a song with Nelly.
It don't matter. They didn't at that time.
But the only how many verses has that one dude sang in a song? It's always the other dude.
That's what I'm saying. Like at the concert, they both sang in an equal amount. It's like when they got signed to like a big record label, they changed the way they did things, and that's kind of why I don't like them now. If you want to know the great Florida Georgia Line, go to Spotify and type in FGL Anything Like Me. Anything Like Me. It is it's like a 5 or 6 song, kind of like an EP, and it's awesome, dude. It's good stuff. Backwoods Beauty Queen. If y'all know Black Tears,
that's a good song.
By Jason Aldean, the dudes at Florida Georgia Line wrote that song. It's awesome, and even the cruise song they sang, that was their big hit. It sounded completely different. It's like they remade it whenever they got signed. But I'm not gonna lie, I still like listening to them just because I have that little bit connection with them. Little known fact, and I'm gonna pop the screen up right now. I followed them after that show on Twitter. They followed me back, so holla. My number 3 is gonna be Halsey Y'all know any Halsey songs?
Okay.
I don't even know who that is.
I don't know any of her songs, but I know her.
Halsey's good, dude. I'm telling you. I love her stuff.
I don't even know who that is.
Number
Who
2.
is that?
I'll send you a picture later. That's all you need to know. My number 2 is Jordan Sparks.
I don't know who that is either.
Tell me how I'm supposed to breathe with no air. You know that song? Her and Chris Brown?
I didn't know that was her.
That's her, dude. She's good. She don't put anything out nowadays, but my wife makes fun of me because every time there's a Jordan Sparks song on the radio and she reaches for the radio station, I smack her hand away like, no, you're not changing that song. I actually got them all favorited. I have like her artist favorited on my XM radio.
I do the same thing to Crystal when she tries to slap Billy Idol off the radio.
How you going to slap Billy Idol off the radio?
That's what I said.
A little Rebel Yell action? All right, anyway.
Well, I get a little excited, and especially when I'm driving down the road listening to Billy Idol.
I can only imagine. All right, my number 1 is the Backstreet Boys, hands down. If you look at my Spotify, my artist, I've got about 47 Backstreet Boys songs. And I'm not going to lie, one of the best songs they have is called Incomplete. It's not new, but it's like one of their later albums. I think they had broken up twice, and then they got back together, and then they made this album. But dude, it's timeless. I love them. You know, you got 2 Kentucky boys on the roster. You can't beat it. All right, Josh, you up, bro?
This is gonna be a gom.
Do what?
I said this is gonna be a gom. You can't use like intros to Sesame Street and Barney and stuff. You can't do that.
Or the Bubble Guppies theme song, which I know by heart.
Everybody knows
Mickey
that.
Mouse Clubhouse, guys.
Line up, everybody, line up.
Get up, get up, get up.
Here we go, upside. Here we go.
Oh, my God.
Come on. Hurry, Josh.
I can't.
All right, go ahead. Number 5.
Number 5 is going to be Michael Jackson.
Ain't no shaping that.
Everybody likes Michael Jackson.
Hey, I'm going to do it.
Michael.
This is a hot take right here. I like Michael Jackson. I can listen to little Billie Jean. But I absolutely do not like Prince.
See, I'm opposite. I love some Prince.
I hate Prince. I don't know what it is. I have to respect it because, you know, he's Prince.
Prince is a musical genius.
But I can't listen to him. I don't know what it is. I just can't do it.
Watch the Purple Rain movie, and you'll have a totally different take on Prince after that. I promise you.
It's not that I don't know like him as a human or what he did.
I'm saying.
He had one of the greatest halftime shows of all time in the Super Bowl. I just don't like listening to him. It's just that simple.
I get that. Number 4 be Sam Smith. Dude's got a voice.
Dude, I love me some Sam Smith. I took him out of my list and put Nickelback in there.
My number 3 is going to be Backstreet Boys. Of course. Number 2, going to be a country band. I don't like a lot of their new stuff, but you got to admit it is kind of catchy when it does come on the radio, and that's Little Big Town.
I like Little Big Town.
Their new stuff, it's kind of annoying at times, but you can't help but to just listen to it.
There's not a lot of good music on the radio that is new. That's just that. I mean, that's a fact. If there was, then you wouldn't have all these 90s on 9 and all the 80s on 8 stations to listen to.
Anyway, back to my number 1. This is a kicker. Y'all ain't gonna believe this one, but I'm about to go T-Swizzle.
T-Swizzle.
I don't have any. Dude, I've always liked Taylor Swift. It's not a secret. So that was our top 5 guilty pleasure musical artists. Josh, did you have Nickelback in your list?
No, I did not.
Well, we all have Backstreet Boys in our list.
I'm not afraid to admit that I like them.
The Spencer boys love them some Backstreet Boys, in case y'all didn't know. But we're going to switch. We're going to flip the switch a little bit, and we're going to talk about our top 5 favorite candy bars of all time.
Okay.
I'm going first on this one.
You know, like we keep going back to food, and if y'all don't like us, you know, putting food on our rankings, you just say, hey, rank something else. We've got a lot of feedback about things we want to rank, and they're going to be put in there. Half the time, a lot of them is about food. So we're going to do what we like. Here we go with top 5 candy bars of all time. I'm going to go first. I don't have any of this written down. I'm just going to do this off my brain. And
reverse order, I'm going first.
And I'm going to be the kind of guy that, you know, my 5 can be interchangeable. You know, I'm thinking about when I walk into a gas station, or I'm at the checkout line at Kroger, at the impulse buy sections. This is what I'm grabbing. All right. Number 5, I'm grabbing a Reese cup. Number 4, I'm grabbing a Milky Way.
Okay.
Number 3, I'm grabbing a Carmelo. What y'all know about them Carmelos?
I put that in the same class as a big Charleston chew. I'm out.
I love me a Carmelo bar. Number 2, I'm going to grab me a Payday.
King size.
And my number 1 candy bar of all time is a Zero bar.
I knew you were going to say that.
I love me a good Zero bar. Those are my top 5 candy bars. I'm thinking about when I'm coming home from a baseball trip and we walk into a gas station. First thing I'm going to grab is one of them snack cakes we talked about a couple episodes ago. Second thing I'm going to grab is a Zero bar king size. And then I'm going to grab me two Mountain Dews.
I wish we was on a baseball trip right now.
Dude, you don't even know. It's miserable. Not playing ball.
You just made the Zero bars melt really, really fast in your hand.
They
don't
do.
matter. They don't. They're not in my hand long enough to melt.
I'm talking about before you even get it out of the store.
4.5
bites.
As
soon as you pick it up off the shelf.
4.5 bites. That's all it is.
Frank don't even take the wrapper off.
All right. Who's next? Josh, you go next.
All right. Number 5, any given time, vending machine, grocery store, gas station, whatever. Always going to be a Snickers.
I'm not a fan of Snicker bars. I don't know why.
Snickers. If you get the seasonal Snickers, like they do like a Christmas tree, they do a Christmas tree Snickers, and it's awesome.
Now, they do have a commercial on right now, the nut butter Snickers. That's like creamy on the inside. Have you eaten one of them?
It's too much peanut butter.
I like peanut butter.
How can you have too much peanut butter?
The peanut butter that they're using inside of that is not normal to me.
It's nut butter. It's not peanut butter. It could be like almond, cashew. There's a lot of butters, Josh. We grew up on peanut butter, period. Kroger brand peanut butter. They have more out there than that. Just let you know.
Anyway, my number 4, be a Three Musketeers, light and fluffy.
I feel like I'm eating a cotton ball when I eat Three Musketeers bars. It's like there's nothing in it.
The Three Musketeers mixed with the Coke, the fizz is awesome.
That is that's the fattest statement I've ever heard in my life. You don't get much fatter than that, Josh.
You microwave them too? You got any tricks of the trade? You put them in the microwave for 15 seconds.
Depending on the wattage you microwave.
Wattage.
Anyway, what was I on, number 2 or number 3?
You're on number 3.
This is number 3.
I'm going to go Milky Way on that.
Okay. A disclaimer,
2,
I do like the Milky Way Simply Caramel ones too. Caramel is my favorite thing in the world.
Yes. My number 2 is going to be a Zero bar.
Okay.
My number 1 is those fundraiser candy bars these kids walking around selling for school.
Oh,
those are good, dude. I'm telling you.
Let me tell you something.
Peanut butter
ones up to me with a bag of 20, okay?
We used to sell those all the time for football back in the day.
What you got?
And me and Josh had to sell a bag apiece, and Mom was like, "Here's $40."
Take them to Bruins and sell them on the counter and get her money back.
We ate the whole bag. God,
but like even now, like kids are selling it, and they'll come up and ask you, $1 a piece.
Which one is your favorite?
The peanut butter, bar none.
See, I like both. I like them both, but I like them if you put them in the fridge for a little bit.
Yes. Put the caramel ones in the freezer.
Hey, if anybody's selling some of them peanut butter candy bars, if you come down by my house, just drop some on the mailbox.
Honk twice.
Honk twice, I'll come out. Still waiting on that Swiss roll.
All right, Justin.
Number 5, candy bar. 2-pack ain't enough. You got to go with a 4-pack Reese cup.
King size.
See, king size tastes different.
I got something to tell you guys. Have you guys done tried the peanut butter lovers Reese cups yet?
No.
They are so good. They got a peanut butter lovers and a chocolate lovers.
I like regular Reese cups. Everything else tastes different. I will splurge every now and then and get the white chocolate ones, but that's it.
Ooh, the minis?
No, not even them. Regular 2-pack Reese cup. Everything else tastes different.
Your palates is messed up.
All right, number 4. It ain't a candy bar, but it's a snack. Yeah, it's the same thing. Shut up and let me answer the question. Number 4 is Reese's Pieces.
Mm-mm.
It's the same thing. It's a candy bar. It counts. You know why it counts? Because I say it counts.
They're peanut butter M&Ms. Disgusting.
No.
They're not even close to peanut butter M&Ms. I like peanut butter M&Ms, but I do not like Reese's Pieces.
Reese's Pieces are awesome.
No, they're not.
Number 3.
You're wrong.
No, you're wrong. Number 3 is Baby Ruth.
Ruth! Baby! Ruth!
Shout out to the Goonies.
Slow!
By the way,
guys!
people got real mad at us when we didn't put the Goonies on our list of top 5 movies.
Frank!
Hey, you guys!
No, Josh, I will not do the Truffle Shuffle.
Wow!
I know what he's going to ask. I ain't doing it.
You're ruining my life.
Goonies is an instant classic.
Yes. I'm so glad they haven't rebooted it and ruined it yet.
Anyway, number 2 is a Snickers bar. I love Snickers. Especially when you get them. When Halloween time, you get all them little fun-sized Snickers. Mm-hmm.
Justin be walking around with pockets full of Snickers candy bars around Halloween time.
He just leaves the wrappers laying everywhere.
You can't leave candy around me because I'm gonna snatch it up. Number 1.
He goes to Mom's house around Halloween time and steals.
Josh, I'd love for you to stop interrupting him. That'd be great.
Yeah, just like you guys interrupt me. That's fine.
Number 1. Best candy bar of all time.
You're wrong.
It's a Zero bar.
It's a Zero bar.
There's no comparison. There's nothing that tastes like it. It's a Zero bar. Number 1.
Love a good Zero bar. All right, so that's going to do it. If you watch the video all the way through, go ahead and like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Share it on Facebook. We would love to get as many people in here as we can to get the debate going as to who's got the best candy bar, what's the best Little Debbie cake. There's a lot of opinions out there. This is just 3 dudes who like to eat a lot of candy bars and Little Debbies. We watch a lot of movies. We do a lot of things. We want to know your opinions as well. So as much interaction as we can get on social media would be the best way to get our channel around. We like for as much people to hang out with us and do some fun stuff as we go along doing this. So without further ado, you guys have a great night. Have a good week. Thank you for watching.
Thank you. Bye.
Peace.